Visual and written methods of communication. Introduction. In the previous session, you learned about verbal and non-verbal styles of communication. In this session, we shall talk about two other styles of communication, the visual and the written. Styles of communication. Visual communication. Have you ever wondered that if, if you happen to visit a country place whose language you don't know, not familiar with, what would happen? Say you landed at the airport and you have to use the restrooms, but you can't ask the workers there, or you can't converse in their language, and they do not understand yours. Now what would you do? See how smart are you? You guessed it right. You cannot converse in their language, but you can see and look the signboards that show the directions of restrooms. So even if those people can't converse in your language, it really helped you by communicating to your visual and such in this power of visual communication. Visual communication is a type of communication where messages are conveyed through pictures, signboards, logo. Shall learn about this type of communication. Components of visual communication. These are certain elements of contributed together to make visual communication possible. Objects are useful for demonstrating some action in airplanes too. You must have seen that to demonstrate security instructions. Air hostess often use some object such as an oxygen mask and so forth. Objects are used mainly for demonstration purpose. Models. The demonstrate working of a system or object. Models are used. For example, you often see achievers create a 3D model for their big construction project. Pictures to depict actual situation, or a picture is the best medium example to show how much damage the floods and the tsunami caused. Pictures are the best way similar to show the challenge or and impact of a war trodden country. Picture would the best possible medium. Drawings, illusions. To example working of some concepts, the best way is to use illusions. Example, to explain the water cycle, the best way would be the drawing or an illusion. Graphs. When someone have to make decision based on bulk of related data, then the relationship of data is displayed through graph charts. For example, it is very easy to make out from the following graph that blue eyes see the best in dark as compared to brown and green eyes. Maps are the most common way to depict graphically detail of a place or a location, such as trains, rainfalls, produce, population, etc. Signboard. City corporations or other governing bodies often communicate about some important places or marking using signboards, traffic signal, etc. Illusion symbol icon. These days, nearly each one of us use a smartphone to open an app. You just tap to its icon, which is also a way of visual communication. Similarly, when you play an audio video, can you see sign for pause, play and stop. Another way of communication, visual communication. Logos. The primary purpose of logo identified associated brands logo are also leveraged to communicate important brand messages and value. For example, consider the two logos shown below. FedEx is a courier service company of world repute. The hidden arrow in FedEx logo conveys the company delivers its service to the customer speedily. Amazon is world's biggest online store. In its logo, an arrow connecting letter A and Z. Why connecting these letters are the message that the online shopping site has everything for the consumer. Thank you.